Let me take you back for a moment. I was on a flight. I was flying actually from Melbourne to Brisbane. It was middle of the day. I had a window seat and I was looking out at the clouds. And I remember this thought so clearly. How amazing will it be if I could actually work from a laptop? No boss, no alarm clock, no office politics, just freedom. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever had the same thought? Maybe sitting at your job thinking there has to be more than this. Or maybe while scrolling late at night, you saw someone living free, traveling, working from their laptop, and you thought, why not me? That was the seed for me. That's where it all started. Not long after, I discovered trading, Forex, currencies, the financial markets, and instantly I was curious, super curious. Because the idea that you could sit at a computer, open up a chart, press a few buttons, and money could move, that blew my mind. At first, I thought this is crazy. This just can't be real. But deep down, something said, try it. What if it works? And I did. I still remember those early nights, the charts glowing on my laptop, red and green candlesticks moving up and down. I didn't understand much. Actually, I didn't understand anything at the beginning, but I was hooked. Have you ever had that feeling when you stumble onto something and instantly that's it? This could change my life. That was me sitting at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., eyes half open, still staring at the screen because I didn't want to miss a single move. The market doesn't care about your hopes. It doesn't care about your plans. And if you treat it like a quick lottery ticket, you will lose fast. And maybe that's where some of you are right now. You've seen the potential, you've placed a few trades, maybe you've ever made some profits, but deep down you don't fully understand it yet. And that's okay, because none of us starts as pros. We all start with a spark of curiosity, that hope. So that flight from Melbourne to Brisbane, it wasn't just another flight. It was the beginning of a journey that will take me across the world throughout the highest highs and lowest lows and everything in between. And here's the truth. If I hadn't followed that spark, if I hadn't said, let me try this trading thing, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have the life I live now. And I definitely wouldn't be sharing this story with you. But sometimes it's just one moment, one decision can change everything upside down, 180 degrees flip. And for me, that moment was on that plane, looking out at the clouds, imagining a life of freedom. Let me be real with you. When I first started trading, I thought I was smart. I thought I could beat every system. Click a few buttons, follow a strategy, and I will be set. But very quickly, I got humbled because, what happened? I blew accounts. And I don't mean once or twice, I mean over and over. Have you ever felt that thing? The sinking feeling when you check your account balance and it's everything red. Not just a little red, I mean completely wiped out. It hurts, it's embarrassing. It makes you question yourself. And let me tell you, I question myself a lot. I will spend hours every night studying, reading every book I could find, watching endless videos, name it, from Mark Douglas to trading strategies, writing down strategies like they were some magic formula, and then the market will open and all of that knowledge, boom, gone. Fear will kick in, greed will kick in, I will break my rules, I will move my stops, I will chase trades that weren't even there, and boom, another account gone. It got to the point where I asked myself, am I cut out for this? Maybe I'm just not smart enough. Maybe trading isn't for me. See, what no one tells you at the start is trading isn't just about charts. It's about emotions. It's about discipline. It's about battling yourself every single day. And honestly, I almost quit. I remember sitting there one night, head in my hands, looking at yet another blown account, and I was thinking, why am I keep doing this? But here's where my story changes. I didn't quit. I doubled down. Instead of walking away, I decided if I'm going to do this, I need help. So I found coaches, mentors, and for the first 3 years of my trading career, I invested it heavily in myself. At the time, I felt painful. It feels like I was just throwing money at people, but not getting the results I wanted. Maybe you know that feeling too. Spending money on courses, mentors, indicators, always thinking, this has to be the missing piece. And yet, nothing clicks. That was me over and over. But here's the funny thing about progress. You don't always see it while it's happening. One day, years later, I looked at my trading results and it hit me. I was making more money than my coaches. The people I had once looked up to, I had surpassed them. And that was the moment I realized I can do this. I can trust myself. That shift changed everything, because once I stopped doubting myself, I stopped chasing every shiny new strategy. I stopped looking at shortcuts. Instead, I focused on what really matters: risk management, patience, consistency, and slowly the wins came. Not every day, not every week, but enough to prove this works. Now, why am I telling you this? Because I know some of you watching right now, you are in that struggle phase. You are blowing accounts, you are frustrated, you are doubting yourself, and maybe you're thinking, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Let me tell you, you are. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You don't need to have some secret formula. You just need the right process, and you need to stick with it long enough to see results. So that was my turning point, from blowing accounts to realizing I could actually do this for real. And in the next part, I will share how trading didn't just change my finances, but changed my lifestyle completely. Because once I trusted myself, I was able to take this skill anywhere in the world. After those early struggles and breakthroughs, something amazing happened. Trading wasn't just about charts or money anymore. It became freedom. I realized I didn't need an office. I didn't need a boss. All I needed was my laptop, Wi-Fi, and discipline. And that's when the idea hit me. Why not take this anywhere in the world? Have you ever dreamed of that? Packing your bags, choosing your office view, and making money while living life on your own terms. So I made a bold choice. First stop, the Philippines. I landed on a small island, palm trees, beaches, a tiny cafe overlooking the water, and that's where I started trading for real. Every day, watching charts, feeling the wind, listening to the ocean. It wasn't perfect, of course. I had slow internet outage, I had power outages, and I had to learn to manage my emotions without a traditional office or a team around me. But it was incredible. The freedom felt real. And the focus, it was unlike anything I had experienced before. After a while, I wanted a new challenge. I moved to Singapore, a big city, fast life, trading during the day, exploring the city at night. And here it's a lesson. Being in different environments teaches you more than just markets. It teaches you discipline, patience, accountability. Every place had its own rhythm, its own lessons. And every city, every cafe, every hotel room became part of my trading classroom. Next, Malaysia for 2 months, then Thailand for 3 months. And in each country, I experienced something new. Different cultures, different markets, different way of thinking. And I realized trading is not just about make money. It's about learning. It's about observing. It's about growing as a person. At the end of the day, it's not how much money you make, but it's who you become. Have you ever felt that the place you are in affects how you think and how you perform? I learned that firsthand. And I will be honest, sitting there in Thailand, trading from a small cafe, I felt surreal, because just a few years earlier, I was sitting on a plane in Australia thinking about freedom. And now I was living it. Trading had gave me something that most jobs never will: choice, control, the ability to live life on my terms. Now, maybe you are watching this thinking, that sounds impossible for me. But here is the truth. I wasn't born rich. I didn't have special connections. I wasn't some genius prodigy. I was just a regular guy with persistence, discipline, and willingness to learn. And if I could take this journey, so you can. Eventually, I returned to Europe, not because I wanted to stop traveling, but because I had a new goal. I wanted to become certified. I wanted to work with brokers and prop firms. And most importantly, I wanted to teach other traders so they could achieve the same freedom. And in the next part, I will share exactly how I turned my experience into authority, credibility, and a system that anyone can follow. So after years of traveling, trading from cafes and islands, I returned to Europe, and I told myself, if I really want to be world class, I need to formalize this. I realized that passion alone wasn't enough. I wanted credibility. I wanted recognition. I want to prove to myself and others that I knew what I was doing. Have you ever felt that way? That drive to not just succeed, but to really prove yourself. That's when I pursued the 2 certifications, that the CFT certificate with distinction award from the Society of Technical Analysts in the UK, that makes me a certified financial technical analyst, and the designation issued by the International Federation of Technical Analysts, IFTA. Let me be honest, these were not easy. Late nights, thousands of pages, charts, formulas, indicators, numerous books. I will study until my eyes hurt. I will go over charts again and again, and I will think, do I really have what it takes? But persistence paid off. When I finally earned these certificates, it was a huge shift, not just for my career, but for my confidence. I knew I was now a professional, recognized internationally, and that opened doors. I started collaborating with brokers and prop firms, hosting live webinars, educating their clients, helping them trade smarter. I even had the chance to work with legends like Steve Neeson and John Bollinger, seeing their work, learning from their insights. It was like connecting the dots of everything I had struggled to learn in my early years. And I realized something important. Success isn't just about trading for yourself. It's about sharing knowledge, helping others, because nothing is more fulfilling than seeing someone go from lost and frustrated to confident and consistent. Have you ever felt that frustration? That moment when someone finally gets it? It's addictive, and it became my purpose. I knew I didn't want to just trade for myself anymore. I wanted to create a system, a place where traders could learn, practice, connect, and grow. And that's exactly how the idea of Theos Trading Academy was born. A system that combines my travel experiences, my struggles, my successes, and my professional credentials. In the next part, I will show you what the Academy actually looks like, what's inside, what you will learn, and why it's different from everything else out there. So here's the big step. All my experiences, travel, struggles, and certification led me to one place: Theos Trading Academy. And I want to be very clear, this isn't just another course. It's not just videos, PDFs, or signals. It's a complete system, a way to actually learn, practice, and grow as a trader. Have you ever bought a course and felt, yeah, this is nice, but how do I actually use it? That's what I wanted to fix. Inside my academy, you get 4 main things: live workshops every single week, real charts, real money, real trades. You will see my screen, analyzing the market together. You will ask questions. You will learn to trade in the moment, not just theory. Next, you will get the Trader School. That's a step-by-step lesson from the absolute basics all the way to advanced strategies. No confusing jargon, no fluff, just what works. Third, you're going to have community, a place where traders connect. It's going to be your trading home. Share wins, share mistakes, ask questions. We grow together, because trading alone is hard. Trading together makes it easier. Fourth, you're going to have direct coaching opportunities. If you want to take it to the next level, I will be there to guide you, to help you fix your mistakes, to accelerate your process. And here's the key thing. This isn't about me showing off profits. Anyone can post a screenshot online, but can they explain it live? Break it down step by step, answer your questions. That's the difference. This academy is for anyone serious about trading. Even if you have a full-time job, even if you've struggled before, even if you felt overwhelmed by the charts, have you ever felt stuck? Like trading could work for you, but you don't know how to make it happen? That's exactly why I created this for. Now, I wanted to be transparent. This academy is new, and to celebrate the launch, I'm opening to the first 100 members at a price I will never offer again. Normally, it's $99 a month, but for the first 100 members, it's $39 a month lifetime. Why am I doing this? Because I want the right people in. People who are serious, people who are ready to learn, people who want to be part of a movement, not just a group. So if this resonates with you, if you are ready to take trading seriously, if you want to learn the skills that actually work, then Theos Trading Academy is for you. And the best part, you're not doing this alone. You have me, you have the community, you have a system that's proven to work. Now it's time to take the step. Click the link, join the academy, and let's start building your trading journey together.